Thanks for joining us at 7. I'm Tracey McCain.
I'm Caitlin Nuclo. You're watching Eyewitness News here on the Wax. A lot to talk about, including that developing story out of West Haven this morning where that boat crashed. But first, we do want to get your morning ready to get out the door. Meteorologist Sott Gagliardi is here with a check on that first alert forecast. And what can we expect today, Scott?
Yeah, I think a lot of people are excited about the weekend.
Yeah.
So I want to start it off on the right note.
Okay.
We're going to do that.
Let's do it.
We're doing it. Bringing dry conditions today. No rain like we saw yesterday morning. It's looking pretty good out there. Here's a live look in Hartford. A lot of clouds, some of those lower level clouds, so can't rule out some patchy fog in some spots, but all this will eventually clear. Temperature right now in our capital city, 70 degrees. Notice there's lots of 70s on the map. 71 in Meriden, 73 now in New Haven, even towards the north and west. Salisbury, 72. Torrington, 70. 60s, though, farther east. Notice 68 degrees in Groton, where the dew point is also 68. So it's quite humid out there, even a dew point of 70 now in Salisbury. So you're stepping out the door. It's what you'd expect in July, but it certainly is on the muggier side. And that's the way things stay, not just through today or the weekend, but likely for the next 7 days. Notice visibility down in a few areas, 5 in Waterbury, say 4 in Chester and Groton, 6-mile visibility in Norwich. Everybody later on this morning will get into that near perfect visibility with sunnier skies. Notice how quickly we climb out of the 70s and eventually the 80s by noon. But there's a couple storm chances, not just for today or through the weekend, but into next week, and a heat wave that we'll be tracking by the time we get towards Tuesday. All those details are next. Your first alert forecast. Hey, Kate.
All right, hey, good morning, Scott. 7:02 here. If you're just waking up with us on your Friday morning, we appreciate that. We do have a couple of issues. So I first want to start by telling you that if you're heading to the Connecticut shoreline here, state parks and beaches, they'll be very busy. So head out early, get there before they fill up. We're also dealing with first alert here in Chaplin. Phoenixville Road is closed by Natchog Street. A crash here in Middletown, 91 southbound between exits 20 and 19. We've got the right lane blocked off here. It looks like a crane just arrived. We're working to get that truck out from the median there. We went right through a guardrail. We're dealing with significant delays through this stretch as well. Just about 2.5 miles worth of backups as you're getting ready to head out the door. Live look outside here by the Bulkley Bridge, here in Waterbury by the Mixmaster, and in Meriden along 691. Rest of the state not doing too bad, and that's reflected in your drive times as you're heading out the door. We've got a 45-minute ride 91 southbound to New Haven. That's because of that crash. And then starting to see some brief slowdowns 95 southbound and the Parkway as well. Let's quick check at your Connecticut Chevy First Alert traffic report driven by your Connecticut Chevy dealers.
All right, back to our developing news story from overnight. A boat crash in New Haven Harbor. Now 2 people pulled from the water are unresponsive.
Your reporter Owen Kingsley is live in West Haven right now, breaking down what we know this morning.
Well, what we know is those 2 people were found unresponsive in the water, getting pulled out, and were brought to a nearby firehouse to get some immediate medical attention. But as of right now, we still don't know what their current condition is. Now, these waters here off of West Haven were absolutely covered yesterday in Coast Guard boats, divers, helicopters in the air, all looking for that overdue boat. Now, Coast Guard officials tell us this all began Wednesday night, when 2 people were here locally eating at a restaurant here at West Haven and were last seen around 9:30 Wednesday night. They were headed towards Stratford. Somehow, though, the boat crashed into the west break wall in New Haven Harbor. This is the boat the Coast Guard says the 2 people may have wrecked on. Last night, officials finally told us they found 2 people that were on board in the water and pulled them out. Both, as I mentioned, brought to a nearby firehouse to get some immediate treatment. But again, right now, still waiting to find out from officials their current condition and where that stands as far as this investigation. As soon as we have answers here, we'll make sure to bring them to you. For now, your reporter live in West Haven, Owen Kingsley, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Well, this morning, 2 state police officers are recovering after a frightening crash that shut down 91 in Enfield for several hours yesterday. They were responding to a different crash on the right-hand shoulder right near exit 47 when a driver traveling in the left lane hit an area of standing water. That vehicle spun out across all 3 lanes and crashed into both of the patrol cars. Trooper Christopher Genovese was standing outside the vehicle and was seriously hurt. Trooper Matthew Seri was hurt as well. Both, though, are expected to be okay. There's no word yet on if the driver will face any charges.
This morning, we are hearing from the jury foreperson in the deadly house party stabbing trial. He told Channel 3 the jury quickly agreed that Raul Valley was not guilty of murder, saying prosecutors failed to prove Valley intended to kill 17-year-old Jimmy McGrath.
We went according to the instructions. We followed the law. We did what we were supposed to do.
In a statement, Valley's attorney thanked jurors and the judge for their dedication and fairness. Prosecutors are now considering whether to refile lesser charges against Valley that the jury could not reach a verdict on. He also faces a separate civil lawsuit tied to the case.
Well, this morning, the family of a man who died after undergoing surgery will receive $20 million after a jury found doctors responsible for his 2019 death. The victim's daughter sued the doctors and 2 hospitals, claiming they failed to recognize signs of bleeding after that procedure. Middlesex Health says while the hospital was withdrawn from the lawsuit after reaching a confidentiality agreement, their hearts go out to the family.
This morning, leaders in our state are asking local officials to sign on to a new settlement with 8 drug companies over the opioid crisis. Connecticut could receive more than $8 million for drug treatment and prevention programs. More than $700 million will be paid out to multiple states.
A heads up here this morning, if you placed a bet through DraftKings, you could receive some money from a $3 million settlement over claims that the company violated gaming laws. The allegations involved certain bonus offers between 2021 and 2023 that offered a deposit match. You'll hear from the company in the next 60 days if you're one of the ones getting money back. All right, now in Waterbury, a group of teenagers hard at work this summer trying to make the city a better place.
Yeah, everybody needs a smile on a Friday morning, and here it is. They are working on a number of community projects through the Police Activity League, from cutting hedges in the city's parks to cleaning up litter.
Well, this is really nice. So the students are not only gaining valuable work experience, but they're also giving back to their community.
All right, how quickly we have to turn that smile around, right? Because we have an important health warning. Though gross, it is something you need to pay attention to. Health officials in East Lyme are urging everyone to avoid feeding or approaching any wild animals. There is a bat that tested positive for rabies, and that bat was found yesterday on Boston Post Road. Rabies can be deadly, which is why this warning is serious. The disease can be spread directly by coming into contact with infected animals. All right, let's go ahead and take you town by town for a look at what's happening across our state.
And today, New Haven leaders will celebrate the reopening of the Elm City Market. It's now located at the old Veterans Memorial Coliseum site right on South Orange Street. The market offers fresh, healthy food. You can shop in store or online as well. And the market will also host some cooking classes.
All right, if you're looking for something fun to do with the kids this weekend, as we all are, Hartford is kicking off its Mayor's Day Out series this weekend. The first event takes place at Bushnell Park Carousel from 1 until 4 tomorrow. There will be bounce houses, face painting, all the things that the kids love to do. And
New London is adding a new twist to its annual fireworks show this year. Celebrate New London will feature food, live music, and more right along the Thames River. Organizers hope to show everything that the city has to offer. It runs from 2 until 9 tomorrow. All right, you've already helped us pick Connecticut's best ice cream, burgers, breakfast spot, and lobster rolls, and now we're looking for help picking the state's best hot dog. You can head to the Channel 3 app right now. Send us the name of your favorite place. The top 16 will make it into the bracket, and then we'll start voting later this month.
Sounds good. I can't think of one. Can you even have one?
How about Capital Lunch?
Oh, and there's the place, Kelly's Cone Connection in Hamden.
Oh, yep.
That's a good spot. Okay, that's a good one.
Glenwood.
Glenwood,
Yep.
thank you, yes.
Right next to Kelly's Cone.
Oh, yeah, there you go. That's what it is. Out there right now, we're seeing a lot more blue. Check out what it looks like in New London. Some of the blue sky out there. Very pretty shot there. You see some people trying to board that ferry. Looks good no matter where you're headed. Maybe Long Island or Block Island, a pretty good day for it. Headlines for today and through the weekend. It's seasonably warm and muggy today. It's a mostly dry weekend. Can't rule out a spot shower or storm chance, especially tomorrow. And our second heat wave of the year, well, that's going to begin on Tuesday. Your highs today, nowhere near a heat wave, looking at those mid-80s. Might feel closer to 90, some of that sunshine and the mugginess out there, but either way, heading to the beach, looks good out there. Your beach day forecast, 80s, UV index of a 9, so apply that sunscreen and apply it often. Kate?
All right, Scott, thanks. Up next here, it's been 1 week since flash floods devastated Texas. How rescue efforts are continuing there ahead of President Trump's arrival today.